it's Tom and Val, and we are here at home after a long weekend that was packed with fun. We're here at the Maxwell at Xentury City, where you know that we are semi-moved into.
Barely.
We'll see. Tomorrow's a new day. So we have something, it's the first day of fall, and I am a huge fan of changes of seasons, and especially when we go from summer to fall, it's my favorite.
It's a tradition.
It's a tradition. So we're making chili tonight, and thought we'd bring you along for our chili.
Yay! Here is what we're working with. You can see there's all our furnishings and life belongings right now until our boxes get here tomorrow, the U-boxes. So, this is our basic chili. Now, I'm using Carol Shelby's thing tonight. Listen, I have found that his ingredient packets, or not mixture, but the spices and the seasonings, they're as good as what I can do myself. I like things a little spicier. He doesn't include enough cayenne. I have a little bit of cayenne here, so I'll add some to what he's got. But it was easier for today than me having to go out and buy all of the spices that I need. Like I have garlic here and I have chili powder here, but I'm out of salt.
Spices are on the truck.
They're on the truck. They're coming. So anyway, that's what's going on. So I'm going to start how I do this process. And you guys can come along. I got to chop the onion first. Then I got to chop those little peppers over there. The tomatoes that you see are tomatoes with green chilies in them already. That was all we had for chili beans out here in Florida. You go to California and they like, man, you got chili beans galore over there. But it is what it is. This goes on top. The avocado is a condiment. The cheddar, the sharp cheddar is a condiment. The sour cream is a condiment. We don't use oyster crackers, nor do we use regular crackers. Sometimes we use regular.
I don't know. East Coast is oyster crackers, so West Coast did too long.
We use, tortilla chips. So let's get to chopping. All right, guys. Excuse our. All our cutting boards are packed, and we didn't feel like buying another one, so we're using this thing that
Just trying to protect the counter.
we've cooked a bunch of other crap already. I know it'll come off. It'll rub off. But so we got all that. Now I'm going to show you what I've done so far. All I've really done so far. I'm going to make everything all in one pot. But I was kind enough going, well, you need to brown the ground beef in the pan, but we're not going to. So what I do is I put just a little bit of oil in the olive oil in the pot. Then what I will do is kind of brown or soften and yellow the onions. So I get those to almost a caramelized state. A little bit with the peppers as well. But I didn't put very much olive oil in there. So what I'm going to do is I'll take the ground beef and lay on top of it. And I'll let the ground beef fat drip into that to actually help a little more. So we'll get to that portion in just a second. I'm letting the olive oil get heated up a little bit. And then you guys will be able to see that. Now, I did chop the onions and the peppers with our Sam the cooking guy.
It's a
7, 8, or 9. I don't know.
No, it's a 7-inch Natori.
Oh yeah, 7-inch
Nakuri. I can't read it. You got it turned to the light.
Nokiri knife. Listen, every knife that we have is from Sam. Sam owns 3 or 4 restaurants down in San Diego, in Little Italy, and we watch him religiously. He has taught me a lot about how to prepare foods and cook foods and do fun things that we like to eat. Lots of good sandwiches, meats, steaks, tacos. He has a restaurant down there called Not Taco, really good taco shop. So a lot of other good stuff. So we'll get back to this once this oil gets heated up just a little bit more, and then we'll drop in the veggies. All right, guys, I'm back. We normally do a little bit of, we use a like a stew meat, a chuck stew meat, or a taco like type meat, but not ground beef tacos, but like little chunked or chopped chuck meat. Well, all they had at Publix, or at least that we wanted to look for, was the 80-20 chuck ground beef, which is fine. If I cook everything all in one pan, it's going to be a little too fatty. So what I'm going to do, I am going to brown this in the pan that Val put out. That way I can drain it a little more simply, and then we can not have so fatty of chili. Now the next time I do chili, which will probably be pretty soon because we eat a lot of chili during the fall, we'll find the right kind of beef and all the right stuff that we do here. So let's go. Here we go. We're gonna put stuff in there. A little bit of good sizzle. I probably did cut a bunch of holes in that. Sam's got good knives, man, that's for sure. Oh, and then well, my stones are in a U-Haul or U-Box. But my son, Logan, turned me on to whetstone to actually sharpen your knives. And man, does it do a good job. So, our knives are really, really, really sharp. When he comes to town, I'm going to be asking him to do it. I think he does it a little bit better than I do. But we'll get that down there and start letting those soften up. Kind of let the onions caramelize just a little bit. I'll let them rest right there. Let them do their thing. And then we will start browning this ground beef once the other pan heats up a little. Okay guys, meat is in. You can see the onions are softening a little bit and the peppers are getting their color. We've got this really cool tool. I don't know what it's called actually.
It's a
I call it a Husker Du. So we take that little guy and it will actually finely chop this meat into small little pieces once it starts to brown up. And then, yeah, I know, I said I was going to do everything in one pot and I was hoping so, but it's fine. It's going to work this way too. So I'll catch you back once this ground beef starts grating up or browning up, and then I'll start using the Husker and we'll make it really fine and small. And we'll see you. Okay guys, time for what I call the Husker. And all you do is you just kind of chop it like this. I don't know why this thing works, but for ground beef, it is excellent. It just kind of, I don't want to say minces, but it kind of minces the ground beef so you don't get big chunks in your ground beef. Now I let it do that. And I'll keep cooking and keep doing and whatnot. So we'll get that done. Oh, good. Yeah, there's a bunch of Val lost her earring, or lost the back to her earring just a second ago. So, but she's got new backs coming, so we'll do that. Now, let's get over here. And because that already has ground beef on it, we're gonna go into here. We'll just start shaking this. Oh yeah. Now the onion's starting to get a little more crispy, just the way I like. Very fragrant at this point. The peppers are smelling really good. Probably need to turn this down now, so we'll do that. We'll get that down on low. Set that on the low area. That way they don't get overdone. Now, Val's gonna go watch the ball game for a second. Once we get that going, and once the ground beef is done, I'll get it drained somehow, because we don't have any drainers here, or strainers. Normally we would. We didn't quite think this chili cooking through very well, but I'm sure it'll be good. So we'll get that done, we'll get the ground beef drained, and then I'll put it on top. And we'll start letting those flavors mix up a little bit. Then we'll add the Carol Shelby's in. the seasoning, and we'll add the beans in. We'll let that sit though so that it gets that seasoning first. Then we'll put this in because chili beans actually have a seasoning sauce in them. These are normal just pinto beans, but they don't turn into chili beans until they put their little sauce mixture in them, and we don't like that. And I do like a lot of beans, so I got a little bit bigger can. And then we'll add this last, and then we'll call it a day. Okay guys, ground beef is almost completely browned up. I'm wishing that I had one of my strainers to drain this off, but I don't. I want to get as much of the fat out of it as I can. I looked for a 93.7 ground beef or ground chuck or something. Couldn't find it. I didn't look really hard though. There was probably one available. But we're going to strain this off in just a minute. Somehow. I think I have an idea how. And then we're going to put it right on top of the onions and the peppers. Once that's in, then we'll add the seasonings. And we'll pretty much be off to the races. I think that's good. So, okay guys. So we figured it out. It was, engineering at its best. But we got most of the fat drained off there. And hey babe, would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Would you come over and kind of take that spatula or a spatula and kind of scoop that in there, because I only got one hand holding the camera. Perfect, thank you very much.
There's that little guy.
Oh,
I think we're good.
Okay, I think it's good. Now let's go get those cleaned up. Put that over here. Oh, it's still hot, so
You just leave it there.
really cool. Oh, shout out to Hexclad, by the way. All of our cookware is Hexclad cookware. You can find them all over YouTube. We happen to get these two at
Costco.
We got a Costco pack. And the Costco deal was actually really very good. We got an extra piece. We got the wok.
We had a wok. Yeah,
We got a wok free of charge. And we got the big pan over there. 2 other pans. I don't know. That's a 12. Maybe that's a 12. I don't know. That's a 12-inch. We got a 9-inch. Yeah, it's off. Oh, it's on low. And then we got all these other things. So I'm going to let these kind of flavors kind of blend just a little bit. Then I'm going to add the seasoning. And then we'll do the thing. Now, Val took, while I was doing all that thing, she opened up the beans and drained them off, because you want to drain all that juice off, because you have enough other stuff going on that you want to get all that layer of juice, as you call it. I don't know what else to call it. You want to get that off before you actually add it.
I like the word juice.
I know she doesn't like the word juice when it comes to cooking, but I don't know what else to call it. There's tomatoes, so let's do that. Because I don't have my strainer, I will drain that off as well. And that's a pretty good way to do it. You just use your fingers as a strainer. What? Why are you so mad? Jesus, this is how people actually cook. My hands were clean. I'll wash them again.
Alright, do you want me to pour these in?
Nope. Because what goes next is the spices. Because the spices have to blend with the meat before you put all the other things in. Because the chili beans have spices in them already. Because they're really just pinto beans. But then they add the chili seasoning. And you want it to blend with the spices that we have over here. So let's go. Alright guys. So I forgot that Carol Shelby's makes his seasoning for 2 pounds of ground beef or 2 pounds of beef or meat or whatever you want to be using. So I'm going to half this and make a half a thing as I'm pouring it in to be seasoned more than anything else. So we're going to approximate, as most people should. We will approximate, I don't think that's a word. We will approximately put half of this packet in here. Look like half. Kind of looks like half to me. Maybe a little more. There we go. There's about half of that. Now, they also add this masa. If you want it a little thicker, you can add that. Mine usually comes up because I drain all of the fat off and most of the stuff out of the beans and the tomatoes. It ends up pretty thick anyway. Here's the cayenne. I don't think that's enough, but I don't think I have any other, so that's what I'm going to use. So we'll put that in next, and we'll go. Okay, here goes the cayenne. Now this is specified for 2 pounds of ground beef. We like ours just a little hotter. God, this is hard to do with one hand. Let me get it all in there eventually. I just don't want to drop that in too much. Gosh darn it. That's the majority, so we got that in. No, we didn't. We missed it. That's good enough, I guess. Okay, so now stir that up just a little bit. Get it all good and coated. The ground beef, it smells awesome.
It does.
It smells really good. So it smells like our chili, pretty much.
Well,
I mean, we're making.
a lot of times we do it in a
fictitious
crock
chili.
pot, but we don't have that right now.
Yeah, we don't have a crock pot, so I'm gonna reach over here now. I'm gonna add the tomatoes in. Woo! That making its noise. I was gonna go ahead and add the chili beans. We do like a lot of chili beans in ours. I know certain chilies don't have beans, certain chilies do.
Oh my God, let's not talk about the
You can hate me or love me or whatever. Beans don't go in chili. Beans do go in chili. Whatever. Listen, I'm not in Cincinnati, so I don't put spaghetti noodles in my chili. Now, what we're going to do at this point, let this sit for a little bit. We're going to cover it.
We're going to put it on
Low.
really low.
Low as we can get it, and let it just all those flavors kind of blend together. And at that point, it becomes chili. Now, we'll show you the finished product and a quick little taste test to end this video up in just a little bit. But we're gonna enjoy it. It looks good to me at this point, but it's gonna look a little better in just a few more minutes. Okay, everybody. So it looks like the Ravens have won the ball game. Thank goodness. We didn't go 0-3 this year. We love the Ravens. And now we're gonna take a look at the chili. Now we'll plate it up in a little bit so that you can see what it looks like with all the fixings on it. But right now, let's flip it around here so you can see, so you can see what we're dealing with. So we have it on really low temps. And because we just let the lid sit on, now we're getting that nice, thick chili. All the flavors are combining. It's just me and Val. So used to we would make like chili with like 3 pounds of beef and 3 cans of beans and 2 cans of tomatoes and lots, like a whole onion instead of a half, and like bunches of peppers and things like that. But anyway, so we're gonna let this cook down just a little more. Put the lid back on, and it'll be even better at that point. So do that. Put the lid back on and let that sweat. All right, so we are all done. Chili is plated, ready to go. We're ready to eat. This is how we eat it: sour cream, cheese, avocado, tortilla chips, and just really good chili. We're ready to eat. I think it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I think
What
it's
do you
fun.
think,
I also would like to add that we
Yeah, yeah,
normally
yeah.
do different things, but
Nice ball. But hey, we're
Look,
moving, right?
China and I mean
China.
China and Rubbermaid for the win. So
Well, I don't know
yeah.
about rubber, babe. I don't know what those are,
No,
but
these
yeah.
are like rubber
That's all good.
made kind of thing. Anyway, it's fun.
It's all good. So,
Yeah.
anyway, that's the finished look. We'll let you know how it is in a few minutes. We're going to sit down and enjoy. And we appreciate you guys
We love you.
being with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate you helping us and supporting us. And if you like what we do, you like this type of content, give us a like, subscribe, comment, and share. We appreciate it.